gold 2 now, and I think I have a positive like win-lose ratio. Though today I've been having a lot to do, so I haven't been able to play as much as I would like to.
That's okay. That's completely fine. Well, anyway, it's good that you're making progress, and yeah, anything you've been implementing so far from just after our session, anything what you've been focusing on actively?
Well, I've been trying to like not stick to one person too much. I'm trying to look for who is currently doing most and who is using abilities,
Mm-hmm.
especially ultimates too. So that's mostly, and I've been trying to stay in positions where I generally can support other teammates if that's needed.
Nice, that's
And
great.
that's mostly been working on.
Nice, that's really good. Yeah, being flexible, especially on the characters like Mercy, making sure we just actively supporting the most active angle. Yeah, that's really important. Okay, it's good to hear. Any difficulties you have so far as well? Maybe when you've been implementing those ideas which we talked about as well. Anything what's been problematic for you?
Mm, I'd say that sometimes I find myself out of position when I try to help the team. For example,
Yeah.
I think my latest loss was because partly in the beginning I didn't do a lot because there was a Widowmaker, and I was moving a bit too much in the open, trying to support our frontlining tank and DPS. And I tried to stay behind walls, and after a while I died a lot less. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, about positioning is something I need to be more aware of, I think.
Sure. Yeah, we can take a look. I think it's probably one of those topics which we suggested before, maybe leaning towards your positioning, this map control, or
Mm.
just going over the awareness a little bit more. I'm thinking probably if you notice there are some problems with your positioning, might be good to just lean towards the positioning a little bit more, especially when we talked about the game sense part in our first session anyway. So yeah, I think we can also do both probably if you have time, but yeah, let's see. Do you have any games we can take a look at? Just yeah, especially the games where you had some difficulties with your positioning.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Uh, I guess you'd prefer if they are competitive games, right?
Competitive is the best. Yeah, that's for sure.
Um, we had a game in Samoa. We actually won it, but I felt like because that was my first game in like 4 days, so I was a bit uh, out of it, if you know what I mean. But I felt like in the beginning that my positioning wasn't that great. I think that's yeah. I have 8 deaths in that game, which isn't really that great.
Sure, we can
But
take
I
a
think I
look.
stepped up in the end, so we can look at that one. Or we can watch the game where I talked about that I played pretty poorly and we also lost.
I think the first one is better. I think yeah, it's always usually ideally going over the games where you try to best, implementing the ideas, especially the concepts, and see if you lost those ones or maybe it was kind of close. I think it's the best. Those games are the best to go over. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think the first one. Then, even unless there's any other game which meets the criteria.
Uh, I haven't played that many competitive games or games at all.
Mhm.
I've only played 5 in the last 3 days, so there's not much to.
Okay.
Oh no, I a couple more here. I say 3 days ago.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you just mostly because you've been busy, right?
Yeah, and also I said that I play solo queue, but I don't really do that much. I did it now because I wanted to do warm up a bit before this session, but generally I find it a lot more fun to play with friends. So generally speaking, like I'd say 8 of 10 times I play with at least one other person.
That's okay. I think if you have sort of 2Q to play with, and again, because the fun is the priority, definitely because in the learn sim, if you have fun, I think you have more motivation to learn and improve. So yeah, makes sense. Just saying, in the learn sim, maybe just in case if you notice you have more fun playing solo queue, it's even better. You improve even faster actually. But yeah, fun. This fun aspect is probably the most important. So I think it's okay playing dual queue. Just be careful with a three stack, so more than three. Like three or more, usually your games might be quite messed up and it might be difficult to learn, especially if your skill rating is not similar within the group. But yeah, other than that, I think dual queue is definitely most of the time definitely good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So can you send me the game? We can take a look at that. The first one, or do you have any other one?
Yeah, we can start with Samoa, I guess. Let's
Yeah,
see here.
sure. Yeah, just send it to me and we can start.
Go. So I sent you the code.
Okay, perfect. I'm screen sharing as well. Let me know if the stream is working for you just fine.
Yep.
Okay, let's see here. This first, and then this one. There have been some problems with positioning still, you think, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Oh yeah, this game. Yeah. I think I pocketed. There's a moment where I realized that I think I'm pocketing the ash too much because I'm looking back at our team that isn't really surviving very well.
Okay, okay. Yeah, again, as long as you do this idea of just supporting the most active angle, I think you always will control the map better and nobody will, well, let's put it this way. You increase the value of the characters they play. Yeah, maybe they sometimes overextend. That is something you can't just help them a lot of times with. You can't exactly make them reposition sometimes, but yeah, definitely. As long as your attention in the right place, you trade in the cooldowns in a better way. That what matters. And I'm also thinking, yeah, the one thing you mentioned about deaths, you mentioned, yeah, that you died 8 times. Be careful with just exactly looking at the stats. A lot of times, a lot of people, it's kind of common, they interpret death as a bad thing, but in a game like Overwatch especially, a lot of times dying is actually good as long as you get enough value. I will give you an example. Maybe just for instance, you captured the first point on King Zero, okay, and you start pushing up the second point on King Zero, and what happens there, maybe you die but then you get a kill on one of the enemies, yeah, or maybe even two enemies, and in this case it will be a really good trade. Why? Because you get better spawn, for example. You have better spawn advantage, so you can set up higher tempo. Anyway, and there are gonna be a lot of things like this one. When dying as Mercy is actually fine, yet don't just judge yourself based on the deaths. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. There are no good or bad deaths. It's just, well, you died, but just watch if that was you got enough value in the fight, or could you sneak even more value? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, any other thoughts? So besides the positioning, yeah, anything you had problems with as well on this one?
Yeah, I had no idea how to support or no idea. I don't really know how to support the Venture in this case because they're acting kind of like a Sombra,
Hmm.
being on like the other side on the enemy team, and they're really low. But there's nothing I can do about it because if I leave my tank, for example, try to heal them, I'm just going to die, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I think that
And I can't really pocket them either because they're under the ground and
makes sense. Yeah. So with those kind of characters, and I'm gonna talk about that more. You definitely it's gonna be hard for you to stick to them most of the time, at least, because they're more flankish. Yeah, like those flankish style characters such as Tracer, Sombra, Reaper. Whenever you find you play with the characters with a high mobility, it will be difficult for you to exactly pocket them all the time. So what matters is with your position. I think this idea you want to start with, it's pretty universal, is positioning in a way so you support multiple members. So you want to support, let's say, positioning between active angles. Okay, that's how I'm gonna write it down. Position between active angles, and as long as you do that, if you also notice that while you positioning, let's say, to just give you an example, because yeah, let's say you start on this map, maybe you have Orisa at A being active, you have Ash at B being active as well, and there's Venture at C and the backline, okay? Because your idea is to make sure you support most of the active angles, so you can find a position, maybe somewhere near 1, maybe near, I don't know, 2, 3, maybe, but you don't have to support everything. If you cannot support C, that's okay as long as you support A and B. But if you notice that you start supporting C, yeah, maybe going like really far, let's say position 3, yeah, I'm going really far, and I'm not supporting the other active anymore, then that is where it's going to be difficult, because use a Mercy, first of all, you have to be able to fly towards another group, so if somebody goes and you escape easily, and just being flexible, yeah, because how fast you can switch between damage boost and healing, it's really important. That's why, yeah, we just put it this way: position between active angles support most of those, but you don't have to support everything. Okay, I will just explain. Yeah, like let's just give you some examples here as well. But yeah, this idea so far, the theory of it, does it make sense, or any questions?
No, it makes sense.
Okay, so just watch you play, yeah? And we notice the Venture is going all the way left side, okay? The Ash is over here, the rest is over here. Now, what do you think? Your positioning. You supporting more staff active angles. Are we doing that? Could we be doing that better, maybe? Yeah, what you could change there? What's your thoughts?
Well, the two active angles right now is the Orisa, mainly
Orisa.
the Orisa and the Ash.
Exactly.
Uh, the Venture is about to get an angle, but it would probably be better to try to find a way to support the Ash and the Orisa at the same time, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. This is really far, I think. And if you really commit to the Venture here, then you cutting off the rest of these guys at B and A, and it will be tough. So you want, like, my problem then, yeah, because you want to support A and B, is that you don't have a position right away to support this A angle. Okay, so where should you go potentially? What is that position you could aim towards?
I mean, I guess I could stand behind the large pillar in the middle, but that might be a bit risky.
That's it.
But at least I can go to the Ash, fly to the Ash. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I get attacked, I could fly to the Ash.
Okay. Exactly. And this is actually going to be the second idea we're going to talk about as well. Just a little bit. Yeah, okay. I think we can throw this another idea. And when you're playing in here, like you mentioned, you might get damaged by somebody. Yeah, maybe they will try to go after you, Junker Queen, maybe Juno, they will try to punish you. But it's fine as long as you do that with the rest of your team. And here, what's really important about this position is, well, you're supporting multiple people, okay? But another thing is, you sort of, as a Mercy, you're sort of taking an off angle on the map. So what it does is, for example, if I have this guy set A, mostly your team was coming from A, and you actually position with them as well. But if you take an off angle somewhere away from most of your team, I'm just gonna call it main core. Yeah, the position main core is the position where most of your team is moving. Usually it's somewhere on the main lane. What I can do is try to position maybe somewhere at B. I can position somewhere at C. I can, yeah, I think two accessible, at least in this scenario, two best positions, probably B and C. So I am playing away from main core on off angle. B and C is off angle, and I'm supporting those at the same time, potentially. Okay? This is gonna be the second idea, off angle. Okay, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just with that in mind, yeah. Let's keep going. Actually, I might show you some examples of it too. Just some visuals of the Mercy as well, so it's gonna be easier to understand. Yeah, and then later we're gonna discuss what do we see here in your game. Okay, I'm usually, yeah, I think this one can be good. Just give me one moment. Okay, taking angles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think someone like Skisty especially, they're pretty good. On Mercy, a lot of times I use the example. I'm just gonna pull this out one and just taking time to load one moment. Mm-hmm. And maybe if it's not gonna load up, we can just continue, but it's okay.
Would
Mm-hmm.
have been in
Okay.
honest.
Yeah, I got it. Got the video. Okay. So in here, I usually use this example to show the. Okay, just give it some time. I think it's just been a little bit stuttery for some reason.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, I think for some why it's so stuttery. Maybe it's because of the saying. Yeah, because it shouldn't do. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, I will just place this here one more time. Maybe if it will not work, we can continue. Yeah, I think something is up with the link. Sometimes they're getting messed up and it's taking longer time to load while being in a session. It seems okay. It's fine. I will give it time to load, but for now, we just have this fighting here. Yeah, fighting for this point objective. Yeah, you supporting Ash, I think, might make sense. Yeah, especially when they do burst pressure whenever they scoped in. Yeah, maybe you see them taking some sort of high ground as well, verticality, that's completely fine. Yeah, you're also seeing Orisa, maybe if they're going in a short range fights as well, you can start supporting them a little bit more. Yeah, so kind of switch between them, okay? Mm-hmm. And see, this entire time, I think well, you actually start taking damage now, but before we didn't take damage as much. Actually, what's your thoughts now? Where should it be? Where should you position? So you on off angle and supporting all those active angles at the same time. How should you position?
Well, probably not because I'm basically in the open right now.
Mm-hmm.
A much better place would be at the bridge, kind of at the top of the screen, I think,
Might
because I can
be.
still support them, and I think there's some cover
Mm-hmm.
there, so I can hide from the McCree.
Exactly. So see, you want to a lot of times when you're gonna be setting up on off angle and making sure position between active angles as well. You want to not exactly fly towards the character because I see you use a guardian angel and then you fly like you stuck on near the Orisa. Okay, what we want you to do is make sure you move from cover to cover, so you're constantly going from one place. Maybe let's say you start here, okay, then you go to cover over here, or maybe you can also start here and do this movement where you go to the left side, but then it has to be this cover. Yeah. So your GA, use GA to go to cover certain structure, whatever you see on the map can really help. And once you set up, so see, maybe I'm over here or over here. If these guys are shooting you, you can simply fly away. And it's okay to take damage because you splitting the enemy's attention, their resources go on you, but because those resources go on you, the rest of your team can live. And you can dodge a lot of stuff because of your GA, because it's just 2 seconds cooldown, basically. Imagine one GA, you can trade it with something like maybe Tracer's Recall or Cassidy Flash, or maybe it's a Juno Ring of Flight. It's really expensive for them. That's why if you're able to bait those guys out, always, it's really nice. Okay, let me try this again with the video. I don't know what happened there at the start. Okay, just probably, yeah, okay. Okay, should play now. So what you see here is this Mercy, they position on this angle here, round A, near is Paracer on the second point. And what they quite good at is, first of all, they support in active angles. They can move from one angle to another in comfortable way, yeah, making sure they have vision on all those angles. And what they do as well, they're quite good at baiting the enemy. So because we're trying to position an off angle, then a lot of attention goes towards you. Yeah, maybe there's gonna be somebody like Genji or maybe someone like Doomfist. They try to go on you, and you can just dodge them. You can dodge them with your Guardian Angel. You can fly away. Okay, so I'm just gonna play this, and we'll see. Okay, they supporting those active angles. I think there was, yeah, somebody dropped there, but it's fine. But they also have a position to support the Sarissa and see the Genji's blading, maybe, yeah, or maybe there's Doomfist going on us. We can always try to bait him to go on us, make sure there's a commitment, and then fly away. Okay. And this is what you want to do constantly with the Mercy, is try to choose those positions a little bit more, and don't be afraid basically of enemy damage. Just be more intentional with it as well. It's totally fine to make the enemy go on you, because as a Mercy, especially as the Mercy, you don't have as much offensive utility like on characters like Anna or maybe Baptiste or even Kiriko. You have to do a lot with your movement. You have to force an enemy to do actions towards you. Okay, so this example here, does it make sense so far?
Hmm?
Okay. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me those. But yeah, for now, let's see how you can do the same. Yeah, just making sure you constantly bait, but with intention and safety. Yeah, you also need safety. Okay, I'm seeing you here. So you fly towards this one. You fly from here to here. What's your thoughts? Should it be in that position over here, or could you go anywhere else when supporting this Orisa? Active Orisa here, and there's also your Venture. Yeah, Venture to the right. What's your thoughts? Where should it be now?
I mean, really, I could just move a bit to the right.
Yeah, well,
Or no. Oh,
mm,
there. Oh, I thought I was the Junker Queen for a second.
that's okay. Okay, no, you're over here. Okay, so where
Yeah.
can you go? What's your thoughts?
Mm, I could go more because I need to find cover, right?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say I can just go a bit more to the left because if I go to the right, that's to the enemy team, and I'm basically safe on
Mm-hmm.
the right side of the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or I could try to Guardian Angel from the Venture up to high ground, but I might be too far away to be able to support anyone.
Yeah, I think okay. It's also might be more complicated for you if you exactly J towards the top, because Venture, they're more active only when they're flanking. They're more active when they're leaning towards fighting the enemy backline. And here they playing on the front line, so they're not creating as much threat anymore. Okay, but who does? Yeah, you see this, maybe this Ash is over here, or this Orisa, they take in this frontline fight. That's why I want to make sure I support those guys a little bit more. Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on where can I be while supporting most active groups. Yeah, flying depending on situation. Maybe once Adventure is actually positioned, let me see, maybe somewhere around here, possibly. Maybe they hide, yeah, they have flank angle. Then I think it could be possible. Maybe you staying up here and then later supporting them while supporting Orisa, but now it's slightly harder. So you just go from here to here, maybe. Yeah, you instantly go from cover to cover. But you kind of go from cover to open. This is what gets you killed, it seems. You just don't wanna do that. Okay. Yeah, I can scare them away, it's fine. It might be a little bit difficult to win this one, but you're doing your best to support the Sarissa, sure. Okay. Yeah, I
I was
think,
just trying to do something there.
yeah, well, I think your support is good. You just don't have to raz if you know you're gonna lose your teammate. That's it. Only that. But you know, it's okay. It's alright. Your ultimate, you can usually save it when most of your team is around. You know the tempo is equal. You can start doing something. But I don't think it's the biggest thing we have to talk about now. It's just probably positioning will be more important. And I like this, yeah, you're supporting the Ashe, they're pretty active. You can also later try to go from here to supporting this one. But yeah, this is a good angle. Hmm. And see, you want to also make sure you're gonna be on off angle here anyway, yeah? So I'm thinking, if my Ashe is over here, how can you fly to off angle and bait the enemy to maybe push you, yeah? And because they push you, then maybe Yosh can do something more. What's the thoughts? Because here you position behind them, you're not baiting anybody. But where could you go possibly?
I could either go to the high ground to the left of me and try to peek there, but I don't think I can support the Ash from there. So instead, I could try to go to the right more
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
and still support. And then if they try to attack me, I can just fly back.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I wanted you to do constantly. Yeah, make sure you set up, go on this off angle option, and maybe they see you. They're like, okay, Mercy is such an easy kill. They start pushing you, and your Ash gets a kill. Maybe if they don't, then you can easily fly back as well. This is what good Mercies are so good at. They're good at baiting, and because enemies waste so many. Yeah, they waste all these resources. They survive, and they allow the teammates do a lot of damage, a lot of work. Yeah, I like this movement as well. If you bait them to go towards you, kind of just possibly near, what do you call it? It's just away from Yash. Yeah, Yash is getting attacked. You're kind of forming this another off angle here. I think is decent. You can definitely do that. It's a bit unfortunate you guys died there, but you did force a lot of resources from the enemy team as well. That's why Dante, I don't think it's like too bad. Your team is able to do quite a lot with all of this. Just watch this. There's just been so much attention, I think. The entire team basically almost they went on you 4 people and you got one even. You forced out quite a lot of resources there, so it's nice. Just one of those examples where dying is not too bad, okay? Let's put it this way.
Mm.
Of course, you can live longer, it's a better movement, yeah, sure, maybe also doing this baiting at the start, but overall, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, wanna definitely go a little bit deeper, yeah? Go towards this guys. This is exactly what you did there, by the way. See? I think your intention was to try to raz, but this is what you wanna do more. You going to take off angles on those positions where most of your team is fighting. I see those guys here. If the Junker Queen is pushing me, Arisa can punish them. You see? They just using this spear and they cutting off the defensive rotation of the Junker Queen. It's gonna be really hard for them to instantly go towards the spawn and stay alive. Yeah. Okay, I think you should be winning. So, what about next one? Where do we go? Where should you go at this point? Because you behind your team in a way, yeah. Where should you go to take that off angle?
Mm. I could stay either behind, even further back, you see, at the bottom of the screen,
Hmm.
where I can go. I can change between the Orisa and Ash while being pretty safe, and I
Yeah.
can fly away. Or I could stay more to the top of the screen, which
Yeah.
could work as a bait. I don't know if there's anyone up there, but it could work.
Hmm.
I still have
Yeah.
angle on both of them, and I can also continue the fight if they start moving into the point.
Sure. Yeah, I think one of those options can work. I actually usually prefer whenever you have more flexibility with your movement, it's more open areas. You can always take advantage of your last linear movement, fly left, right. You will not be stuck like in here. Yeah, the bigger chances that you might be stuck in those tiny spaces. So possibly, if you can use this bottom, I think this is a good one. Support Orisa, support this, and you also might notice, okay, just for a second, yeah, maybe damage boost this cooldown. Yeah, they using something, they go in for active pressure with this their cooldown. I want to support that later. I will be supporting Ash, yeah, but you also want to bait. And by the way, when you play behind your team, a lot of times it's more dangerous because the main line of fire of the enemy team is here. So you will literally get random damage in your way. And you can see, I think the Orisa just used the spear, and it was not even meant towards you. Actually, it was sort of towards you, towards this angle at least. But you know, it just hits randomly because you're there. Yeah, you're on the main line of fire. That's why taking off angle, even as a mercy, is so crucial. So I'll not get hit by random stuff. That's how we die there. You just get hit by random spear. I could say, of course, it's also react to spear. Yeah, make sure you dodge the spear, but it's just the position. We can solve that right away if you're on the better spot. What's your thoughts on this one? Why should it be? It seems like we supporting. It makes sense to support the Sarissa, but yeah, what we could have done better in this one?
Yeah, I feel a bit too far there. I didn't really get to a good position. I mean,
It just feels like uncomfortable because there are multiple people. I think multiple people can
yeah.
shoot you in here. Okay, how can you support the Sarissa on the left while not being pressured as much? Let's put it this way.
I can either be on the point, but I could also be to the left, I think. There's some
Yeah,
cover there.
yeah.
It's pretty risky though, because if there's someone flanking, see the stairs on the left, I could stand possibly there, but might be a bit risky if someone's flanking.
Sure, sure. Still better. I think you definitely know about those guys here, that is over here. So rather anticipate who's pushing you now, I think, and position accordingly. Still better if you fly towards, just fly past the Rissa. You're gonna fly past the stairs, and this is gonna be your off angle in a way. Yeah, you want to support this critical guy, I think, while staying alive. That's why it's okay. But here you kind of get stuck between two angles, and that resulted in a lot of pressure. Yeah, well, you
Yeah.
can maybe also play here a little bit longer, just stay, but you have to be really careful how you use this cover. It's uncomfortable, I think. Yeah, this one in here is usually it's gonna be fine. You can think about this, by the way. Whenever you position, it's gonna be you positioning again between active angles, taking off angle, but think about trying to only expose yourself to one angle at a time. So I'm just dealing with one threat, ideally. If map allows you, situation allows you, it's definitely good. Okay. Yeah, the res is fine as long as you again don't you don't lose your teammate. I think it's okay. A little bit messed up there. It seems is the trying to escape. I think you probably die there anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Not sure why this Orisa is going in, but sure. You support them. That's what matters. They live a little bit longer, and your team gets back eventually. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna focus on the ultimates for now, so it's fine. Now this is alright. You see your team is posturing more aggressively. You and the angle to support this and this. You can even think about just using this pillar in the middle again, like not being afraid. Yeah, sure, somebody might push me, but as long as you have backup option, you will be fine. So you might notice the pattern in a way with your off angles as a mercy. It's usually you're going on somewhat of a 90 angle, and you will see. For example, it was here. Remember when your Orisa was attacking from here, your Ashe was sort of behind here as well. You can have this 90 angle this way, or if I'm supporting this group over here, I can go towards, I don't know. It's just that there's no slight, well, no exactly good spot for you to be at right away. But maybe I can be here. Maybe I can eventually even go there, try to support my group from this angle when they start pushing up towards the choke. Yeah, it's usually gonna be somewhat of a 90 angle on the rest of your core, the rest of your group. Okay. Sure. Well. Okay, just dodging. That's okay. They use something you can easily fly away with your GA. That's also fine. You position in between the groups, so supporting the Moira while making sure you also have some sidelines on those guys on the right there. You just probably shouldn't let this Moira. How do you don't want to lose this Moira right away because they've been more active. They've been damaging something, so stick to them a little bit longer. Yeah, like target priority stuff, and the Ashe cannot be active anyway at the moment. Like that active. Well, you how do you put it? Just always want to anticipate who's receiving the most pressure in the current moment as well. It's kind of the balance. Yeah, I'm supporting the guy who's receiving pressure and also enabling their pressure too. Yeah, two things together. Just check those a little bit more, but it's okay. All right. Are you guys gonna you guys gonna win this, or you just?
Yeah, we're gonna win.
Yeah, interesting.
It's
Good.
incredible how we actually win, but
Yeah, I'm surprised too. Yeah, no need to rest there for sure. Again, like you notice this, you wanna be careful. Whenever you see this moment when you have other active teammates as well. Whenever there's activity, you expect them to receive a lot of pressure and they might die. That's why I don't want to res. You just wanna make sure you support those guys. Keep supporting. How? Okay, well, your Ashe gets 2 kills. I think that's how he managed to win there. The Bob is just standing there as well. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I think for the most part that's it. I think those two positional ideas mainly, like you can make sure to implement those a little bit more. Maybe we can do a live game, just try to apply all this stuff. What's your thoughts? Do you want to do that?
yeah, sure. Should I like live stream my game then?
Yeah, I think you should be able to, even though you're on Xbox. Yeah, I think they should. If I'm not mistaken, there was an update which allows you to screen share while talking.
Yeah, no, I can
Yeah,
stream your game.
yeah, sure.
Right. I'll go do that then. But I also have an issue that I find quite a lot is that I'm trying to like support a low hero or trying to damage boost them, but there's like 2 people in the way, and that's of course positioning. But if that happens, it's really annoying when you're trying to support them, but you heal like the Moira instead.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've tried to change my sensitivity settings, but it doesn't really help. But I guess that's just positioning.
Most of it is positioning, 100%. It's kind of similar issues a lot of Ana players have. They say, why you guys are staying in the way when I'm sowing the nade, for example. It's just hitting all the guys in front. And it's usually the symptom of, well, they're not taking angles. And that's why they cannot see the enemy team a lot of times. And it's kind of similar. You will notice once you start taking those 90 angles more, you'll have clear vision, and it's going to be easier for you to support. It's definitely going to be a good start. Okay, I'll just try to play. Your two ideas are gonna be, well, I think the main idea is taking off angle, 90 angle on where your team's fighting, and we'll see how that goes.
Right.
It's always setup and then fight first. Setup and then fight. We're going towards the cover without GA. Also, another thing is dealing with one sword at a time. But for now, just pay attention to you taking 90 angle. That's it.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I've heard that, I don't know if I said that before, but that Mercy and Lucio is probably the worst support combo in the game.
Sure, but at the big picture, it doesn't matter. At the competitive, it doesn't matter. You can run anything, whatever you want.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's more about who you're better at and who you're more comfortable to play.
Yeah, for now, there's bigger priority. You will think about swapping later for sure, but all this team compositions sort of stuff, it matters more towards plat, diamond level, sort of. So there's where you can consider going something else. But now it's just more about your fundamentals, making sure you solve your performance, basically. Okay, 90 angle. What's that gonna be?
I'd say this works.
You staying behind them. No, you be careful. Yeah. Okay. This is
Yeah,
better. This is better. Yeah. Whenever you notice everyone is in front of you, then might be tough. So 90 angle. Find the 90 angle and stay there. Okay.
Yep.
Also,
Well, it's really hard to think and play at the same time.
that's okay. Just 90 angle straight away. So always. If you, I think this angle is good where you are. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I should.
Yeah, you can switch later. By the way, using one of those high grounds near you is really good as well. Be able to get there.
This would actually work.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's one of the
Wait,
best
okay.
positions for you to be on.
No.
Because these guys can easily flank you from there, yeah.
I noticed that. Well, okay, I kind of panicked there. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't worry. Just choose an angle and try to play around that angle a little bit more. Use cover, yeah. Don't just fly away instantly. Just try to maintain the position a little bit more.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In your professional opinion, what would be the best support to play right now?
As I mentioned, you because my professional opinion, it's competitive, so it matters. Your performance matters first, but if it would be something like higher tier, maybe top of 100 play, yeah, you can just run Bop in here. You can run something like, I don't know, more brawly oriented, like Moira as well. Because you guys are brawl team, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't make it will not make big difference. Like, what makes big difference is your performance there, first of all.
Let's see if I can get a rest. No, I can't.
Try to use those high grounds a little bit more to the left and the right. Yeah.
Yep.
If you always not, you ever not easy play behind your core, it's usually not good position then.
Should I go for the rest?
You can try. Nobody is gonna die.
Yep.
So with Raz is okay as long as you know nobody's gonna die. Okay, what's your 90 angle? You're on the main one. That's why you died there.
Yeah.
You just
I was thinking of trying to find an angle.
just don't hesitate even if you get damaged. That's okay. We want you to get damaged actually. That's what we want. I want you to intentionally bait the enemy team and go on you. It's okay. Like, see, maybe somebody goes all the way left there. You can come with them. Maybe. Yeah, I think mainly it's the left angle. Okay, what's your 90 angle is gonna be? Setup?
Could stand here. No.
Try, but it's the main lane here. Careful. You can try to lean towards the left eventually. Or the right side. Left or the right, depending on where your team is fighting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Does anyone notice the kid? No, okay.
It's okay.
Let's see here.
You can try to predict where you're gonna stay as well, sort of what your 90 angle is gonna be. I think this where your position is okay-ish. Here you have this 90 angle in the way. That's okay. Don't have to fly away yet. You're supporting most active angles, so don't be afraid to take damage.
Yep.
You can fly towards the side now. Okay. Basically, try to stay the position as long as possible. Even though you die, it's okay. Just go on and stay, like, be confident with the position you chose.
Okay.
Because it's
I'll
always
try to do
better.
that.
Yeah, it's always harder to fix the playmaking part. It's easier to fix you playing behind the cover, defensive, but you use a mercy, your play making is forcing the enemy to do actions towards you. So
Hmm.
okay, where's the 90 angle is gonna be? You behind your team now? Well, you can ras first, but then yeah, choose. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, and you can keep playing here, unless somebody needs
Wait.
help.
Should I follow the Ramacha?
Yeah, you can. Just use the side angles, left to right, left to right. You can easily go on the top. Yeah. Because you being on this 90 angles, it forces the attention of the enemy away from your core. Go on the side somewhere. Yeah. This is a good position. You can keep playing here as long as you have enough HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a gas. Yeah, this is good. Good patience. You staying on this angle as well. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I could go for the rest, but I don't think that's worth it.
That's okay. Might get disrupted there. If they have any sort of CC, it's always riskier.
Yeah. Oh no, I messed up the GA there.
You can try one more time. Set up, and yeah, you're good. Nice. This is a good position now. You can try to find a res. Yeah, because it's okay. The Doomfist, they can only do something when they punch in. So when they in the E, you don't worry. When they are too far away, you have time.
Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah, so especially towards the end, I think you started doing that more side angles. Yeah, going on the left, right, kind of finding where your team is fighting. It's typically your core is gonna fight somewhere on the point. That's why when you're on the sides, it's either to the left of the point, to the right of the point. This is where your 90 angle is. See, that play of the game, by the way, that's where you got killed. You was on the main angle. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why it happens a lot of times. You staying behind the team and something random is happening and he's just killing you. We can try one more game, actually. Yeah.
Yep.
If you, unless there's some questions, because so far I think just doing fun implementing. I would maybe add something like try to. Well, still we're gonna go towards those angles, 90 angles, but try to stay there a little bit longer. Make sure you force the enemy attention. I think the good trigger for you to really start flying away from corner, whatever angle you got, is when you get damaged, when your when you have half HP, basically. Your HP drops to half, and then you can start flying away.
Okay.
Yeah. Think about your HP like a resource, basically. You want to take damage as a Mercy. You want to take damage as any support, actually. It's good. Just make sure you do it in a better way, like high quality. You force an enemy to do something, use the cooldowns, just force them to reposition as well.
Yeah, because the hard part, of course, is trying to, because you can all understand it in theory, but it's when you're trying to apply these like live in the game.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when it's one game straight away. Well, just first games. I think it's harder. It's definitely hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So go for the side angles and try to stay.
Is the high ground
right there.
good
Yeah,
if
good.
they don't have?
Good. Perfect. Take it right away.
Let's see if I can get up to it. Oh,
Okay.
Widowmaker.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty scary.
If they have a widow, then you don't play on open sidelines, but you still go on a side angles just without picking the widow. Yeah. Careful, this angle might be scary. The widow might shoot you. Okay, they
Yeah, there's
died.
a Junkrat there, I think.
Go on a high ground now and stay there. On the right
Okay.
side. Okay. It's just posturing a little bit more aggressively. See, like that, a high ground there because the team is already pushing up.
Yep.
Okay, res is okay. Keep supporting, but remember, just in case, you can go to the side. Yeah, this is where you want to set up ultimately. Yeah. This position is
Could
good.
work.
Yeah, this could work. If it's not, later you realize, okay, you have to drop to main. It's not bad. It's because of the map layout. Yeah, maybe there are no options. It's fine. This position is looking good. You gotta move up a little bit more. Or find another position, such as that one. That's fine.
Let's see.
Yeah. You can try to use the building inside on the left, possibly, and try to bait the enemy there, or the right side street can also work.
Yep.
By the way, your ultimate is okay in terms of initiating. Though definitely don't be scared to use it early. When your team is around, you can easily start going.
Should I go for a res?
And you could try. Just a little bit. You've got to be you gotta be confident. Yeah. Make the decision, go for it. That's okay. Don't worry. Don't second guess.
Okay. So just like in real life, confidence is important.
Yeah. I mean, it's better to how do I put it? To fuck up completely, you know. Make sure you make mistakes with confidence rather than, like second guessing and then you don't do any action.
I'm gonna try standing here now.
Yeah. That's alright. Just
Well,
can start flying away towards that angle if they are being active. Yeah. Okay. Now your team wants to push up. You can start pushing up at them. Yeah, confidence is just the one. It makes it easier. Like you stick to your decision, and then either you made a mistake, yeah, it shows, or it was really good decision, and you stick to it, and you repeat in the next games. That's why. Just whenever you're in the games as well, it's fine. If you just keep playing, yeah, and your main focus can be like only one idea at a time, put an effort, and you're good. By the way, those high grounds are decent, but you want to be further up, because you see where your active angles are. Yep, and more further up.
okay.
Yeah, this high ground is good. Next high ground. Take this one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, go there right away. Don't hesitate. Yeah, just go there. That's okay. Try one more time. This is good. And this is what we want. We make an enemy shoot us, and you supporting your active angles as well. Your active angles are pushing more, so be ready to push with them. You need to support the Reaper. Yeah. It's okay.
Ooh. The situation like this.
It's fine. You just you want to try to come back to your angle, and yeah, you did eventually. Now you have to wait for the rest of your core. Yeah, you can give up
Yeah.
space. But just do the same. Use that position on the top. Don't hesitate to fly through the enemy lines. Yeah. You wanna bait. You wanna bait the enemy. Yeah, okay. Go in. Go in and try to bait. Mm-hmm. It's okay. The Junker is up there, but do it in a softly way. You can start using your ultimate. Yeah, you can. That's it. It's okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, think what your next off angle is gonna be there.
Oh. Oh, that was very smart.
Hmm. That's
Okay.
alright. That's alright. They're using some ultimates there. They use 3.
Yeah, I've heard from my brother that he doesn't like playing in my rank because people are over ulting.
Yeah, well, people over ulting, but they over ulting on the enemy team as well, so. It, doesn't matter, ultimately. You just
Oh.
want to be smarter. Like, as long as you don't over ult with the rest of your team, then you're good.
Hmm.
Just notice, whenever there's already an advantage with your ultimate, no, somebody is using their ultimate. Usually don't want to use your own.
I'm kind of conflicted if I should go get the high ground up there.
You should. But yeah, it's I think okay now it's it's a little bit late. Okay, as soon as you see your Zarya start pushing the corner, that's when you can. That's where you can be confident. You see, they
Yeah, I'll
actually,
try.
yeah, exactly.
This is not a good position to stand in.
You can go towards the left side as well if you cannot take the top. Yeah, always choosing side angles, right? Hmm. It's not like you have to be staying at one position only. Yeah, we can be flexible. We can go from left side to the right side, and you in the main. Oh, careful. Yeah. Whenever you catch yourself in the main, something is wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. This is better position. Yeah. This is good. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's going fine. You're definitely taking those angles more, and that's what matters. Of course,
Mm.
there's some other stuff we can talk about later too. Yeah, but for now, and just well, in general, it's always better if we fix one problem at a time and see how that's gonna go. Later, we can focus on something else. Your target priority is also it's what they're called, because you have good position that allows you to support those targets, like more active targets, so that like fighting for third point, yeah, you're supporting anybody's pushing up, it's easier because you're on those angles, yeah, you're not finding yourself behind, yeah, you finding yourself more in a front line, but in a reasonable way, yeah, you're not taking a lot of initial pressure, but you're just supporting the active angles.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too. I guess we'll go over that later, but I'm not too sure when to use the ultimates
We'll talk.
because it's kind
Sure,
of
we can
weird.
talk. Yeah, we can talk about it. Yeah.
Do we have any?
Hmm? What are you?
Hmm.
What are you looking at? Just
No,
curious.
I'm trying to look at what heroes we have. This is
Okay.
probably an all right position. Can I stand there?
Yeah. I'll try.
Oh.
I just gotta be careful between those two figures. Yeah, there's where Widow can kill you, but this position is good.
Yep.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, they have a Widowmaker, I forgot.
That's okay. Force an enemy team to make an action, but avoid open sidelines. Okay, I
Yeah,
like
I
I
just
like it. I
realized
like
this.
it. You can try to fly away. Okay, just slightly early. Yeah, you had the. That was good position. As soon as you see Aris is committing something after me, then you fly away. But it was good. You want to do that more. You want to definitely take those positions more.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was a bit scared of the Widowmaker, so
That's alright.
I was kind of limiting my... Oh, wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
Could probably...
Yeah, you can try.
There.
Yeah, you can try. Watch out for when the widow is gonna come.
Yeah. Oh, or a spear.
This is good. Can you force the cooldown? Fly away after. Yeah.
I don't know if this is a good angle, but I don't want to expose
Decent.
myself to the Widowmaker
Decent
too
one.
much.
You can also go towards the left one near two buildings, but now your team is dead, so yeah, you have to reset.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
Oop.
position. Yeah, you can try fly towards the left stairs, so top right is also good. That's
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
You
I don't
just
really have headphones on, so I can't hear where...
oh,
Well, I have,
that's
but I
fine.
only have one, like,
Yeah, when you
headphone
play,
on me.
yeah, I understand. I understand. It's okay. No
Also, I
worries.
feel like sometimes, maybe it's because I'm tunnel visioning, but I have a hard time hearing when Reaper shadow steps and... or
Mm,
just flanks. I don't know if they, like, lower the sound, but I have such a hard time to hear. Oh,
I
okay.
yeah, let's look into it actually. Okay, I'm writing down your sound keys. Okay. Yeah, for now, just keep the angles going, and your ultimate you can initiate with that pretty much. When your tank starts the pressure, you can start using your ultimate. That's alright.
Okay, well. Can I go to the high ground up there?
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't
Okay,
be
I'm gonna...
here behind the rest of your core though. Yeah, the high gun's better. Take it
Yeah,
right
it's...
away. Go in and take it. Yeah, but don't expose yourself to Orisa ult. Okay, you good? So I say it's good position, okay? You just later, and this is what we're gonna talk about is how do you stay at those positions longer? How do you survive? But this is because the enemy pressure goes towards you. This is so much better than you staying on the main and taking random damage. Yeah, it's
Mm,
always about that. Yeah, the more you do this, the more you take the angles, and with the higher quality, staying alive there, it's what's saving your teammates. Yeah. We'll talk about that later. You tracking the strats, you staying alive, but for now, yeah, this is a good angle, by the way. You want to
yeah.
keep the top right or left? Yeah.
Okay, no. It's a bit annoying when they're right. I could stand there. Maybe that's a bit in the open.
Yeah. Well, you can think about those horizontal structures like your cover as well. You can always break line of sight if you move slightly more back when using those high grounds.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
Noted.
That's alright.
Yeah, I think I should be maybe looking around a bit more, because if I would have looked to the right, I would
Yeah.
have seen a Reaper, and I
Yeah.
might have been able to get
Yeah,
out.
yeah. You're totally right. Yeah, but again, all of that to fix at once is stuff. So you just wanna be comfortable with 90 angles first. Later, you can scout more so you stay alive, and there are also gonna be other things. Yeah, but for now, just basically, yeah, do this. You want to initiate with your ultimate as well when your tank starts the pressure. Don't hold it too long.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when he starts to flank, I could start, like, right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Should I go for res?
You can decide. Like I don't want to. Yeah, it's your decision. I think again, as long as you recognize nobody's receiving a lot of pressure, I think it's good. And there was time, I
Oh,
think,
what?
to do that.
Is there a ledge or oh, there is. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand.
I
I
think
kept messing up the
It's
jump. I
okay.
don't know why.
It's okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I can
and
support
Mercy
that.
probably isn't ideal right now because I can't really pocket any of her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh,
You can just
oh,
support
this
that
is a.
hog. You can support the hog now. Okay.
Oh,
That's alright.
okay. I guess we'll go into overtime. I think I can. No.
Okay. That's fine. I think. Well, the. I think the idea is the same. Regarding that two things. I think first one is your ultimate. Make sure you initiate with that more, and should be okay. Second one about the Raz. I want to say don't be afraid. If you notice, okay, there's a good decision to Raz, then it's fine. You just want to because I don't I could be telling you, oh, okay, like I should be doing this and that, but for me it's important that you read the triggers and you just make the decisions based on what you see, and it's fine. You know what matters is first of all right now is how you position yourself. So less Raz, it's less of priority, but mainly Razin is all about when you know nobody from your team can die, they cannot die, they not receiving a lot of pressure, you can go for it. That's it. Just read the situation, see, yeah, what depending on what you see, make a decision. Because the thing is, if you make a wrong decision, it's fine. Because what it means is maybe you didn't read the triggers. You didn't read the triggers of, you didn't understand maybe that somebody is active, and it's fine. You can just, yeah, it's always good to be confident with the decision. Go in, okay,
Up.
and can try to take the angle again. You're staying behind your lines. Go on the angle.
Okay.
Yeah. Can also push up more later. You didn't take any pressure. I think where your Reaper was near the statue would be a better angle. You can try to go towards, just past the choke a little bit more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably be more with the Bastion.
Yeah, well, when he is using his form, yeah. Want to support that Reaper?
Yeah, I can see what I can do.
Yeah, that's a better angle now. Okay, now you want to go on top? Yeah, well, further right side, possibly, or... Yeah, well, later.
Yeah.
No, not now, not now. Yeah, okay. So your team for a second they were rotating, but then, yeah. Okay, for the right side is good. Ultimate is good. Yeah, keep up the support.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, there's no point.
That's fine. That's fine. You guys can hold that as well.
Okay.
Okay. I think this angle near the statue, you can keep maintaining that, and the left side there behind the statue, maybe when you see the enemy rotating to the left, it's also okay. Just again, as long as you see your HP drops to half, or they're also using some sort of cooldown on you, then you start flying away. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's actually always better if you make the enemy pressure you. Of course, your tank grabs initial pressure, but some of the pressure also should go towards you.
Is Junkrat good right now? I've been hearing pretty like mixed opinions about him.
Well, I mean, again, depends on situation. For in close quarters, he's definitely good. This map, first point, he is one of the best actually because of the hotel on the right. You can pretty much abuse that. Also, spaces to the left are sort of suitable too, but mostly it's because of the hotel on the right side. He can be good. On more open
Yeah.
maps, he's not as good. Yeah, it's just again all the characters depends on situation.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just staying in the open. That's why, yeah, takes a lot of pressure there.
Yep.
Can try to use the statue a little bit more. Can even stay up
Yep.
there, remember? Yeah. Wait for the pressure to come, and when they come in, then maybe you can fly away, but not now. Well, okay, that's fine. If they're critical, then you can fly, but I like this. Yeah, this is looking good. Yeah, team dies unfortunately, but we were doing fine. Yeah, the first point I think was decent there. Okay, it's alright. And yeah, it's important that some games you still might lose, and there's a lot of ideas as well you can go over later, which can help you to win more. But yeah, what matters is just implement the ideas one at a time. One at a time. If there's improvement, yeah, you do those ideas most of your games. That what matters later, you can move to other ideas and repeat the process. Yeah. Can you send me the code of this last game here?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can do. Wait, sorry. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, so I think 90 angles are definitely going better, but I would say this still. Be more confident with angles. I would rather you go an angle and die than play more passive, okay? Because the thing is, it's always harder to solve playmaking part and you actually baiting the enemy compared to solving defense and staying alive, okay? And the
Mm.
playmaking, that is something you want to solve first, basically, yeah? So by the way, can you see my stream just fine? I think it should be screen sharing now.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So basically, don't be afraid to find a position. Yeah, maybe right away. Okay, that's maybe understandable. You don't want to use stop because there's might be Widowmaker, but what I want you to do is right from here, go towards here. Yeah, maybe short angle. Okay, fine. But then what I can force is this guy to hook me or this Junkrat to mine me, and that's completely fine. Yeah, do that more and more. 90 angles, instantly go there. If you die, see why you died. Yeah, maybe because you didn't read the cooldown, or maybe he was not aware, not looking around. But that is something we're gonna talk about later. This is all about awareness. If you die on the angle, that is mostly about your awareness, and of course position too. But I think we talked about some of it today, so it should be helpful. Yeah, you always go from with your GA from one piece of cover to another, yeah, like you did there. Yeah, you went from here to here, and then you can go from this to this, maybe. Okay, it's always depending on situation where your team wants to fight. I think second point here, when you're pushing up, when you guys were pushing up, it's a little bit problematic. Maybe, yeah, you don't have as many options. It's just the stop here. You can stay. Maybe you can stay over here as well. But for the most part, I think you did fine. This third um, point as well. Don't be afraid to right away just try to fly, take this position. There is no possibility, maybe sometimes. I think there was a time when the Junkrat had this position. Just find another angle. Just find another spot where you can be. You can maybe go towards what are the options. See if somebody is over here from the enemy team, maybe try to go towards here. And later I can also try to go towards there. Yeah, this left side, mainly. So
Mm.
just you can always be flexible. Find the spots, yeah, and experiment. I want you to try to experiment really because. Of course, I can say, okay, this position is definitely better because of X, Y, Z, and explain all of that. But to me, what matters is you want to get into this process of just figuring this out, experimenting, so implementing the tools, ideas. It's like giving you the tools to catch the fish instead of giving you the fish. It's
Mm.
it's better long term. Okay, so you just go in and use those tools always and see how it works. Of course, there are gonna be questions. Maybe you're not sure what the best position. Sometimes it's fine. You can send me the timestamps. You can ask me questions as well, but yeah, don't be afraid. It's completely fine. I think there was a time, probably on defense, when yeah, the enemies caught. Sometimes they caught us out of position, but this here is looking really good. For example, at the start, you have this nice angle, and you've been supporting from here quite well. What happened there later, I think, is just you want to recognize this, yeah? Recognize when there's a big commitment from the enemy team. Okay, so what I want you to do is to pay attention to two things: is your HP and if the enemies are using cooldowns on you. If they're doing one of those or two at the same time, then you can start flying towards another angle. Okay, I think maybe from here you can, yeah, let's say Avrisa, okay, they're using their spin. Okay, they're using their spin. You can think about, okay, let's try to fly away, or maybe you notice them also just dropping your HP, yeah, like a little bit more towards the half. You can start doing something. I think here that's where you wanted to fly away, but you already use your GA, which was not needed. Yeah, you just want to have your GA now. You want to have your GA and try to fly away, but that's okay. We'll get used to it. We'll be better. Yeah, this baiting the enemy and making sure you maintain this angle. Does it make sense or? Yeah, any questions about all of this so far?
No, it makes sense.
Okay.
Usually, I died there mostly because, well, for one, I jumped off my high ground. I think it
Yeah,
was to
that's
keep an
another.
angle on.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know why, but I think it's because to keep an angle on this area.
Hmm.
Um, but also, yeah, like you said, I totally wasted my cooldown. I think I was trying to, because I saw the Orisa coming from the left, so I was thinking, okay, no, I gotta get out of here. But then either I messed up the Guardian Angel, or I hesitated because I thought that there's people like on the top of the screen, so I shouldn't go forward. So I went back.
Oh. That's
Uh,
understandable. Yeah, I mean, this can be solved with multiple ways, but I think the main idea I want to emphasize is just notice when there's a commitment and make sure you have the answer. Yeah, it's your GA and then fly away. Simplest. Instead of using your GA before, I think, yeah, makes more sense. Stay up there. It's even more safe and you can force even more attention from the enemy team. But there's a Widow, so you gotta be careful. You just have to play around this. Use statue as your cover. Yeah, probably this is gonna be decent because of it. But yeah, mainly the idea is this: they going in, and then you want to do something after. That's one, and yeah, the things about sounds, I want you to look at if you have on sounds something like uh, this here. I'm not sure if you have this on Xbox exactly, but it should be probably. So Dolby Atmos, what it does is it tells you exactly where how do we call it, just where the enemy might be. Okay, to keep it simple, you can even figure out the level they're on. Yeah, usually me, when I have this on, I can figure out if the enemy is under me or they above me. It's easier because the sound is sort of surrounding you. But it also depends on the headset. I think you want to experiment and see if it works or not. Some headset they have not as good Dolby sound, but it should solve a lot of problems with when the Reaper they're using, what's it called? They just walk in. Yeah, they just walk in and it's pretty loud. You should be able to hear that. So yeah, definitely this one can help a lot, and it can also be whenever there's someone like Widow on the angle or Junkrat on the angle, it as well. Yeah, this is good. Okay. Another point was about your ultimate, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there was a pretty big one. with your ultimate, I just want you to start initiating a little bit more. Basically, when you notice the pressure, okay? So it's just your team is ready, they're ready to fight. Start your ultimate. Don't hesitate. You don't want to do how do you put it? You don't want to overthink for now because your support to ultimate, usually, such as the Mercy ones, they are really good at enabling your team pushing up and taking space. So for now, it's just fine if you initiate, okay? When you notice you guys are 5v5, you're properly regrouped, you know, your team is already attacking, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to use that and sort of like here, you know, okay, my team is ready. They've been pushing aggressively. Maybe what you can pay attention to more is whenever your Zarya is pushing in your tank, when they start applying pressure, you can start using your ultimate. But now it's this. Yeah, there are more complicated ideas as well later. We can look into those, but for now, I'm fine if you start your ultimate right away. You see the opportunity, the fight starts. Okay, use your ultimate. Don't wait for too long. So, for example, now, okay, you 93% on your ultimate, and 97, 96. Okay, you don't need the ultimate now, so don't use that because you have a big advantage already. But when there's a 5v5, so it would be something like when the team is back, like yeah, they're probably staggering themselves now, but let's imagine they have 5 members coming back from spawn here, and then you see, okay, they we have this 5v5 fight. Yeah, it's just no equal forces. You can start using your ultimate right away. You can just try to initiate with that, I think. Yeah, does it make sense?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, for the most part, that's it. I can write down the ultimate. Yeah, we can talk about that more, just more ideas about it too. Okay, but let's just summarize for now. Let's see, what you got out of today so far? What do you want to work on based on our review today?
So mostly I should focus on like staying on off angles
Mhm.
or just other angles that isn't in the enemy's main line of sight. And I should continue trying to find angles that can support multiple teammates. And also when I use Guardian Angel, that I don't use, just go from one teammate to another. Instead, I can go to one cover to another cover instead,
Yeah.
which is a lot safer.
Yeah.
Also, that damage doesn't have to be bad. Actually, it can be good,
Mhm.
as it can like take attention away from your tank or maybe your DPS. Like when it was just me and the Ash, and like their whole team went to kill us.
Yeah. Mhm.
And maybe to be more like don't overthink things. So
Mhm.
maybe like immediately take that like high ground instead of staying on low ground with the
Mhm.
Bastion. Maybe using the ultimate
Mhm.
almost instantly when initiating a fight, if it's like
Mhm.
a pretty equal fight.
Exactly. Yeah, the important point about this, by the way, is a lot of people they overthink because they try to be sort of perfect at every aspect. Basically, they're trying to be perfect at maybe using the ultimate or positioning at the same time. But honestly, for us as humans, it's really tough. Our working memory is limited. We cannot exactly execute all these tasks, especially when they're new at once. Yeah, imagine if you learn driving the car, for example, if you drive initially and you start paying attention to all the things on the road, yeah, you just start driving right away. It's so hard, yeah, you cannot do that instantly. That's why you have to work on one idea at a time, one idea at a time. Fix this, okay, it will be more automatic, and then later you can start focusing on something else. And it's kind of similar in the game. So yeah, don't overthink the other stuff you do. Yeah, you're gonna be the only thing. The only thing you will be thinking about is just this one goal you improve on at. It depends on, depends on the game, just your game session. Maybe for today, for example, tomorrow you will choose to just pay attention to you taking 90 off angles. Yeah, 90 off angles and be automatic at this at the end. This is fine. Yeah, you might notice you're not doing perfect at other concepts, and it's okay. You can just fix those later. And what matters is you get automatic with one idea, and later you can start fixing the other ideas. Yet one step at a time, really, one step at a time, and should be good. That's why maybe even writing down goals for yourself, just make sure you have the list, what you're working on, and choose one idea to work on for one round to one game, and should be good, really. Yeah, it should be okay. And another thing about being confident is definitely when you make a decision, it makes it easier for you to see, is it a good decision or bad decision? You'd rather do something than don't do anything at all and hesitate. It's okay to, like, maybe, let's say, a res, and then it's okay to die there, because the main point is you learn, and see what made you to make that decision. And it's just a lot of times, at least with Mercy, it's about you understanding just understanding the situation on the field. Because if you make certain decision, especially even for other people maybe watching you, like, or maybe me, I can see, okay, if you're more confident with your decision, you made this decision, if you didn't understand that, it's okay, it's great. Maybe you didn't read the certain triggers on the field, it's all right. We can always go over that and see what information you've been missing. Maybe, for example, that time when you was razzing, and maybe you didn't read the situation, you didn't notice that the enemy team is using certain ultimate, or maybe you didn't notice that somebody's flanking, and all of that, all these triggers you can read on the field, and once you see those, you can make decision based on on all those triggers, and it's fine. So far, all of this what we mentioned today, does it all of it make sense to you, or any questions?
Yeah,
Maybe?
I'd say, like, theoretically they make sense. It's more about, like, applying them in game. And also you gotta practice. I gotta practice on because there are situations where I know what I should be doing, but I'm not really sure how to do it. Like, if I'm caught out of position and I want to get up the high ground, but I kind of flail around and don't really know how to get up the high ground. So that's also an issue that ties into mechanics that I probably should get better at.
Mostly it's more about just playing straight in, play competitive most of the time, and try to apply all this advice, see how it works, and experiment. Make sure you do that more and more, and see how that goes. Later we can discuss more ideas, and I think with those it can be still have this topic, awareness. Going over that a little bit more will be good. How you maintain angles as well, we'll look into that. For now, we just went over you taking angles, making sure you stay there a little bit longer. We went over this ideas of cover, you making sure you use your GA to go to cover. But I think it's gonna be good if we discuss that later even more. We also can do other character, again, like what do you play. It's Anna Lucia as well, so we can go over those too, but it's your choice. Actually, for the next time, do you want to aim to do something like on next week, for example, or what's your thoughts?
I think next week might work, but I think somewhere around no, next week might actually work. I look into my schedule, but we have some exams next week, so I'll just have to make sure that we actually have time.